Someone once said, life is not about waiting, avoiding difficulties, or wishing for them to disappear. Instead, life involves learning to navigate and even appreciate the unavoidable challenges. I used to think that I needed to have company when I wanted to do something I enjoyed, or I needed to feel confident enough to enjoy things on my own. Today, let's talk about being shy, but living a full life anyway. Hey, it's Kiki Bestie. I have just dropped the kids off to school and now I need to get ready because we're going to a cute little indie bookshop outside of my town. I didn't have anyone to go with, but I decided I'm gonna go anyway. So get ready with me, let's have some breakfast and then let's go. See you there. For a long time, there were so many things I wanted to do, places I wanted to go, experiences I knew I would enjoy, but I kept putting them off. Not because I didn't want them badly enough, but because I had no one to go with. I would always be waiting for someone to say yes. Yes to the cinema, yes to going out to eat, yes to the gym, yes to trying something new. And when no one was available or when our goals didn't line up, I'll just stay home. Les Brown once said, accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get you to where you want to go, no one else. If there's something you want to do or somewhere you want to go, you can't keep putting your life on hold, waiting for other people to be ready. I realised that if I wanted my life to move forward, I had to stop waiting for other people and start choosing myself. We also think that we need to have a certain amount of confidence in order to start living, but really, when we do the thing, that's when we start to feel confident. I told myself, once I feel more confident, I'll do it. Once I have company, I'll enjoy it. But that moment never really came. I remember thinking that if people saw me on my own, they would assume something was wrong. Maybe I was lonely, or I had no one, or maybe I was behind. I'd look around and notice that most people were with someone, and that alone was enough to stop me from going. What I didn't realise at the time was that waiting was costing me something. While I was waiting for people to be ready, waiting for confidence to arrive, waiting for the right version of myself, my life was still moving, time was still passing. And when you're ambitious and you want a full life, sitting inside, waiting starts to feel less like patience and more like a life of regret. And at some point I realised if I kept waiting, I would someday look back and wonder why I never really let myself participate. At some point I realised that if I kept waiting to feel ready, I would be missing out on my own life. So instead of waiting, I started to do it anyway, even when I felt shy or unsure, and even when I wanted to stay home. Positive psychology research talks about something called the PERMA model, which says that 5 elements, positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning and accomplishment, are key parts of well-being and life satisfaction. The idea is that activities that give us engagement and meaning are literally part of what helps us to feel fulfilled in life. So stepping outside and choosing to get involved, even when it feels uncomfortable, ties directly into what research says about what makes life feel worthwhile. It starts with doing small things differently. Instead of reading at home, take a book with you. Instead of grabbing a coffee to go, stay. Instead of waiting for company, go anyway. Before I go, my brain rushes to the worst case version of the moment, before I've even lived it. But once I'm actually there, those thoughts quiet down, because I'm no longer imagining the experience, I'm living it. I didn't suddenly feel confident, I just decided confidence wasn't required. And what surprised me the most wasn't that I enjoyed my own company, it was that I started to understand myself better. Spending time alone showed me what I actually like, what I don't, and what matters to me when no one else is influencing my choices. And because I'm no longer afraid of being alone, I've become more intentional about the people I let into my life. Every time I do this, I come home with evidence that I'm okay, that the world isn't as scary as my thoughts made it, and that I don't need permission to experience my own life. Research suggests that real-world exposure to feared situations can reduce anxiety and avoidance over time, making future social experiences easier. I used to think that a full life needed to be loud, busy, social. I thought it was something that happened once you felt confident enough or was surrounded by the right people. But over time I realised a full life isn't about being seen, it's about being in it. It's about how you choose to spend your time when no one is watching. Just because I'm quiet doesn't mean my life has to be small. I still have big dreams and big goals, and staying home, waiting, was keeping me from all of that. Time is one thing that you'll never get back, and for a long time I was spending it watching other people live instead of enjoying it myself. A full life to me means choosing what matters and giving my time to that. Books, places, experiences. If you love art, go to the museum, even alone. If you love books, wander into a bookshop. If you love movement, take up space in the gym. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. I realised that if I wanted more from life, I had to show up where life was actually happening. You don't meet opportunities at home. You don't meet people who change your life by staying inside your comfort zone.